Speak now for adjective clauses. We know adjective words, like, for example, short adjectives, long adjectives, tall, expensive, and so on. But there is also adjective clause. What does mean adjective clause? Adjective clause, we have non-defining. For example, adjective clause are used to describe noun. Okay, this clause or this kind of clause, we can call it non-defining clause. Okay, non-defining clause or non-defining adjectives gives extra, not essential information about the noun. So we know the noun, we specify the noun, okay, but we give more extra, more information about it. So this clause, we can omit this clause and put it in another sentence, okay? It's not essential for the meaning of the main sentence or the sentence we are talking about. The adjective clause is separated with commas because we can omit them or we delete them, okay? For example, here, I heard from John. John, we know John, okay? This is a common noun. So you know John and I know John, the speaker and the listener, or both of us know John, okay? I heard from John a quirk, a quirky story about a dog who is a really funny guy. This is an extra information about John. So John is a really funny guy. We can say this information in another or separated sentence. It is not essential for the sentence, okay? It is not important to talk or to identify which person we are talking about because we know the person, okay? Another example, we are not going to believe this, but Paul. Who's Paul? We know Paul. Paul, who always said he hated marriage. So this is an extra information about Paul. Paul always say, Paul always says that he hated marriage. Is getting married. Oh my God. Now, this information tells us that Paul did something, but he is doing another thing or something else. So this is extra information. It is not essential for this sentence. It is not important to the speaker or the listener to identify the person they are talking about. I bothers. Okay. I bothers. You bothers me when Anne, who always chews with her mouth open, tells me, or it bothers me. It bothers me. So the correct pronoun here, it. It bothers me. It bothers me when Anna, who always chews with her mouth open, tells me that I am noisy. Means that she does something. She chews with her mouth open, and she is very noisy. This is extra information. It is not important for the main sentence. It bothers me when Anna tells me that I am noisy because we know who is Anna. Okay, you know Anna and I know Anna, the listener and speaker. Both of us know Anna or who she is. So this extra information, we call it adjective clauses. Adjective clauses, but non-defining adjective clauses. Okay? Now, we'll delete this. Okay. Combine the two sentences using an adjective clause. For example, Victor told a story. He is very funny. Victor, can you answer this question? Combine the two sentences using who and make a non-defining adjective clause. Yeah?
Uh, Victor, who loves stories.
No.
Uh,
There is no information tells us that, yeah?
Victor, who is very funny, told the story.
No, Victor, who is very funny, told us a story, told a story. So Victor, comma, who is very funny, another comma, told a story. Okay, this is the correct one. Now, Clara talked to Steve. She usually ignores him. Use who to make non-defining adjective clause in one sentence. Yeah?
Uh, Clara,
Yeah?
who usually ignores Steve, talk to him.
Yes, that's right. Clara, comma, who usually ignores Steve, comma, talked talked to him. Now, another sentence. Anna told me you're tired. She notices everything. Use who to make non-defining adjective clause in one sentence.
Anna told me tired. Anna, who notices everything, told me you're tired.
Yes. Anna, who notices everything, told me you're tired. Next one. Yeah.
Larissa, who hated her job, uh, quitted her job.
Wait. Okay. Don't repeat her job. Okay. Uh, okay. So the right one. Larissa, who hates her job, quit. Larissa quit. Just quit. Okay. Use the information to make sentences with adjective clause. Possible correct answers are given. Okay? For example, John talks during movie. John, who talks during movie, complain about the noise. Complain about the noise. So always late, John, always late. John, who is always late, came on time. So we use adjective clauses to give information to make sentences with adjective clauses or introduce or add some information to the sentence. Also, John doesn't reply to texts. John, who doesn't reply to texts, ignored the message. Ignored what? The message. Here is some kind or another kind of an adjective, for example, adjective clauses, which is defining adjective clauses. A defining adjective clause gives essential information about the noun, so we cannot delete it from the noun, or we will find it ambiguity or ambiguous. Okay, we cannot identify the subject or what we are talking about. Okay, so a defining clause, a defining adjective clause, is necessary or very essential or important to understand the sentence. We cannot delete it. A defining clause also, or a defining adjective clause, is not separated with commas. Okay? Here are some examples. The thing, which thing? We don't know. So it's important to talk about the thing to identify it. Okay? The thing is that bothers me the most. What is noisy chewing? Okay? So, yeah, the thing here, it is not definite. It is not identified. So we need the adjective or defining adjective clause to identify which is saying. So it's essential or it's very important to the sentence to understand that. So we cannot put commas before or after this adjective clause. Survivors also. Who survivors? Who survivors? We don't know. Survivors who ignore customers. Servers, sorry, servers, no survivors. Server. Servers who ignore customers get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. The man. Which man? We don't know. Who? We don't know. The man who passed out yesterday is okay. Okay. The woman. Which woman? The woman who I confronted called me. So adjective clause, when it is defining the subject, it is essential to understand the sentence, so cannot omit it or cannot delete it. And also we cannot put commas to separate it from the sentence. Now, fill in the blank with relative clauses. Yeah?
The woman who lost her job has found a new one.
Who lost her job. Which woman? We don't know. So we can we put comma or not? Can we put comma? Concentrate with me.
Um, no.
No, because it's a defining clause. So
Yeah.
who lost her job without any commas. Next one.
Okay. The guy who bugs me sat next to me in class.
That's right. Okay. Next one.
People who always late get on my nerves.
People what?
Who was always late.
Who is or are?
Who are
Yeah. People who are always late get on my nerves. Okay. Next one.
the woman who just came in is Anna's mother.
Yeah. Okay. Who just came in is Anna's mother. We use the information to make sentences with adjective clauses. Possible correct answer are given. For example, the guy. Which guy? Who? We don't know. The guy who talks during the movie, and we can tell the sentence. The guy who talks during the movie, talks during the movie, make her angry. Also, we can say which guy? The guy who is always late. For example, the guy who is always late came on time. The guy doesn't reply to the text. The guy who doesn't reply to the text answer the message, for example, or the guy who doesn't reply to the text is rich. Now, Vinny, thank you very much for this lesson.